Yeah, this is the book, folks. It's a good book. I'm sure I've shown you this before that I read ages ago. Murder, Money, Corruption, and the World's Most Valuable Commodity, The Cocaine Wars. See? Let me just read this for you, folks, what it says here. It says, drug trafficking is the world's major crime problem, a problem that has created its own criminal elite. Hey, you seen that news report? They said that Homeland Security see the Mexican drug war thing being more pressing urgency and more dangerous than Afghanistan and Iraq. Well, it would be, because it's next door. Anyway, let's see what this book says. It says, here for the first time, and I think I've done this before, but it's worth a repeat. Cocaine Wars. Yep, I read this ages ago. Boasting again. Yep, here for the first time is a book that exposes the criminals, the corruption, and the greed that cocaine has brought to Colombia, the Bahamas, and Miami, which threatens to spread worldwide. Written by a team of authors who spent nearly 3 years to the front line. Sorry, 3 years in the front line. This is the most authoritative and up-to-date account of the cocaine cartel and its operation, from the jungles of South America to the mean streets of Miami, and where even the police are bent. Here also is inside information on the drug deals and the shootouts, the informants and the personalities involved at every level in this supremely efficient marketing organization. And it goes on, the Sunday Times review said, a horrifying account of depravity, butchery, anarchy, hypocrisy, corruption, injustice, plunder, torture, international chicanery, and vile propensities of all sorts. That the authors succeed so thoroughly is a grand testament to their journalistic skill and daring. The book grips the attention by sheer force of its extraordinary revelations about monsters and misfits behind America's cocaine epidemic. Yeah. Cocaine wars. Yeah, going back to the report. What I don't fucking tell you there, they're making out that all these evil Mexican drug barons are pouring it all on us, and yes, it's partly our fault because our culture, our country is hooked on cocaine, and we want drugs for our celebrities and our Hollywoodites, and every punk in the street wants cocaine, and all the profits are going back to Mexico. No, not so. Yeah, the Mexicans get a little and the Colombians get a little, but you know who's really making that big money? It's actually in America. That's what I reckon. Yeah, like your Stanford's, wasn't he involved in, yes, the Stanford Bank bloke, wasn't he involved in drug money laundering? Because there's the black economy and the white economy, and they're just two sides of the same coin. The black economy feeds in. All this cocaine money, see all that money, yeah? It doesn't just disappear, it gets washed. And where does it end up? It ends up being invested in property, not so much now, but in startup companies, in the stock market, you name it, in oil, in agriculture, in electronics, in defense. It's just money, yeah? You sell the cocaine, you get the money, you give some to the mules, you give some to the fucking growers, farmers, some to the fucking Mexican drug lords. I mean, you play them off against each other, so they're fucking all thugs and they're all capping each other. But basically the smart minds, yeah, they're the ones who stay way above all that, and they take the fucking the wide view, yeah, and they make most of the money. And that is not in Mexico, because go down to Mexico. Do you really see in Mexico City shining, gleaming towers and loads of billionaire palaces and everyone driving around in Bentleys and Mercedes? No. So you know that the money that's made from those drugs isn't going back there. You see some rich palaces and some in Colombia, but generally speaking, It's the same thing in Afghanistan. Yes, Afghanistan, there's a load of heroin being sold, but the most those fuckers get out there is an extra Toyota 4x4, maybe a copy Rolex, and a satellite dish and a plasma screen TV, yeah? And a new Toyota, Suzuki Jeep car or something for their fucking teenage son. But aside from that, the money comes in to the West, yeah? Where you see these big fucking developments and blah, 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 blah. Don't believe the hype about, evil Afghani drug lords, evil Mexican drug lords, because they don't really make the big money. The big money is made in the fucking West.